How I see spiritual psychosis and schizophrenia at frequency level. Let's go. So first, spiritual psychosis and schizophrenia are obviously very real things. They manifest and materialize differently at frequency level, and I'll tell you why. Again, this is just from what I've seen and my perspective. I am not a doctor, so please make sure you take care of yourself and do what you need to do, but I'm just going to share with you with what I've seen. Schizophrenia is someone who's actually seeing multiple realities at the same time. It's kind of that thing of everything happening all at once. That's exactly what they see. It's an overwhelming amount of sensory information that throws them so wildly out of time that they can't physically handle it. They can't stay in a single point in time. So they are experiencing that reality and they're playing out that reality in real time, kind of in this personality and this personality and this identity and that identity. So they come across extremely unstable. But yet when you speak with them, they're also very aware about what's happening. So you're like, that's interesting. Like if you've ever gone into a hospital and spoken to somebody who is schizophrenic, I have, and you start noticing the patterns. I would walk down Skid Row a lot in Los Angeles because I'm sober 11 years and we were doing work down there. And anyway, I would meet a lot of people who were schizophrenic and I wasn't scared of them. So they would sit there and I could feel almost a desperation for them to want out of the situation that they're in. And me being me now, I obviously could have helped them had they asked for that with permission. Then I would have put them in one reality and then closed off the other ones and then taught them how to stay in time. Spiritual psychosis happens, at least how I see it at frequency level, is there's a break. So this is usually induced with forcing something too much. Or I see it a lot with people who dabble in psychedelics. There is a energetic meridian break in the system. This could happen shortly or over time, where someone is pushing their body and their minds too much beyond what they can actually handle. And then there's just this, like I said, there's a break on the timeline, like boop, it just pops right off. And this instability is a way of your higher intelligence actually putting you back in time. So it's a time distortion. And the things that you see, by the way, I never question anybody who sees anything because you are creating the imaginary world that you're living in. So when you're in spiritual psychosis, you could have very, very real things that feel very real because there's a lot of veils that are lifted. I say all of that because there is another layer to this, which are folks who have the ADHD spectrum, neurodivergence, etc. These are also a time function, but there is also a left and right hemisphere coherence issue, in addition to a frontal lobe and a back lobe coherence issue. I've been working on this myself and with other people. So I hope that answers your